Better at that.
That's what I feel when I'm listening to you, Merl. It's just like
I'll get better at that. Yeah, I'll have to put a pause and because it's like once I get going and I'm off, it's very much like that. It's like just stop now.
Climax. We need the conclusion.
No, I hear you, Jem. It's like it's true because say there's a scene with Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood in the Bridges of Madison County or one of those shows, and they're trying to get to know each other, and they've just got this small window because her husband's gone away and she's kind of having an affair. They haven't done anything yet, but they've gone out for a drink, right? And they're just sitting there, and he looks at her and he says, "You know, I can't tell you my whole life in one conversation." And so that's sort of what happens. I try to like download the main bit, but it's hard sometimes to get it through. But I know sort of what to do. But this all sort of clicked for me the other night, funnily enough, with Gem's timeout, and I kind of went to a few other servers. And I just saw how rotten Discord is.
Okay, we have a super chat. We have a super chat from Anamorphic Mind who says, "Question for Merle: what do you think about the Detroit Lions getting beat by the San Francisco 49ers?"
I love you, Anamorphic. That was great.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of like fucking American like gridiron, but we all wear it here, like 49ers, and they wear jackets and the Kings and all that shit, Raiders, all that stuff. But
I'm very disappointed, because Rob was getting excited and it seemed like they were doing really well, and then there must have been I don't know. Did it all go wrong in the second half, Rob?
It was all rigged, Jim.
Do you have a second half?
It was all rigged.
The third and fourth quarters, maybe.
It's all rigged, Jim. It's all rigged.
Yeah. We have a second half and a third and fourth quarters.
Can you hear me? It's rigged.
Is it so Taylor Swift can recommend Biden?
Yeah, because we got bad blood.
That's the story that's out there at the moment, isn't it? That they're rigging NFL games so Taylor Swift and her boyfriend can endorse Biden.
That seems like a very complicated scheme to do absolutely nothing.
Right. I mean, they could endorse Biden anyway, couldn't they? They're both famous. What difference does it make whether they've, won a Super Bowl or not? I guess it'd make him a little bit more famous, but it won't change how famous she is, will it? She's a mega star.
Yeah,
she's the most famous person on earth at the moment, isn't she?
Taylor Swift, easy, Jim.
Brian, how much did you say she's going to make off this newest tour?
Oh hell, I don't even remember how much it was. Last time I knew, it was
22 billion in the U.S.
Billion?
How much?
Billion in the U.S. She's going to make 22 billion in ticket sales.
Just a world tour.
Oh my God!
Just the U.S. That doesn't include Asia and Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, isn't it? 22.
If I get the world tour in the future,
NFL only brings in a revenue of about $5 billion, Jem. She's 4 times more valuable than the entire NFL.
She sucks. She can't even write a song, though.
Every band that toured in the 1970s combined.
She hasn't written one song.
Brilliantly talented. Very talented performer.
She writes her own lyrics, man. She writes most of her own music.
No, she writes the lyrics and she sings it. She's not like the main head behind all those hooks and melodies. She's not.
Yeah, she's definitely not head of the group.
It's a sound machine. Like
is very successful, Merle. That's what success looks like. It doesn't look like the mania you're going through.
They do it in Europe too. They've got this synth sound that goes dun 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 dun.
No singing.
Dun, 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 dun. That's what they do in Europe, and they make millions out of that alone.
Merle, I highly recommend you listen to some early Taylor Swift, where it's known that she not only wrote the lyrics but the music.
Yeah, it's all the same shit though. She's a fake pop star.
No, yeah, really. Come on, Merle.
Yeah, she is. There's people way better than her that could sing better and everything, but they'll never get on the spot she is. because she's not their person.
How good somebody is judged by their fans.
No, it's the Illuminati chooses who they want on their stage.
Oh, fuck, here we
It's
go.
their stage. You stand on their stage singing to their people. That's how it works.
We've reached a point where we can go no further.
Well,
We're
I
just-
know
we're
how
not
it works
here
because I'm part of it, film and music. So you guys can't take me on that fucking charade.
How come you don't have talent?
Well,
And you know,
that's the
it's
thing. You
interesting.
have
It's
talent,
interesting. It's
right?
interesting
And
to
then
note that Taylor Swift has been wildly
it's quite
popular
simple.
for 20.
When you're at the bottom, you've got talent. Then you need an agent or a manager, someone who's got your back, and they see potential. Then they'll test you. They'll give you some money and see if you squander it. We did. If you don't squander it, you go to the next stage and you keep walking on your way up. Because I know another guy who did a song called Get Set Everybody, it was called. And he just played the guitar on that one hit wonder. He's still getting money off that tune every time it gets played on the radio. You'll never have to work again. He'll get royalties his whole life. So don't tell me I don't know how it works. But
do you dress like Dame Edna?
No. But that's how flamboyant it can get, right? That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's Aussie laughing at pantomime.
Is that what most Aussie men look like?
No. It was like a dude. It took a lot of balls, man, to stand up in a dress in Australia in the 70s and pretend to be the Queen. You guys think that's just... He got on national TV and did that.
I'm glad they did it for you guys,
outfits.
man.
You know, it was revolutionary and groundbreaking at the time. And I was intrinsically... My nan would be like... She'd be like, he's going to be on TV. He's been working on something.
Is there a point to all of this shit?
That's what I keep asking.
When you're in Australia, we haven't got that. Like, you guys get AC/DC. You get... When you're in Oz, it's a lot smaller. It's almost like neighbours. And everyone knows each other here.
Now, Merle is just jealous of anybody who's successful.
No, I went to school with Danny Minogue and Kylie Minogue and John. I know them all, you fuckheads.
All people nobody knows.
Really? Funny, you didn't mention that before, did you?
Well, it's all like
Your
a
celebrity
fishbowl.
connection was my granny was Barry Humphrey's housekeeper. And now you went to school with Kylie Minogue. Are you sure?
I went to Camberwell High School. Kylie Minogue went there. Danny Minogue went there.
Stop.
I went there.
Hang on, stop. Did you go at the same time?
No.
Right, so you didn't go with her then, did you?
No, I wasn't friends. I didn't say I was friends. I've met
You said you...
my mum. See, let me tell the story. Maybe listen.
He said he went to school with her.
Get some popcorn because my mum knew Johnny Young. Now, there was a show called Young Talent Time. My mum didn't just know Johnny Young. His kids and
she
me.
baked cookies for him once, Merle. Is that how she knew him?
Young took me to channel.
I want to hear the end of the story.
The channel, right where the show's being filmed. The childhood place where the new talented kids in the world, in Australia, were made into stars. And Johnny would sit there like Jimmy Savile, and all the kids would be sat around him. And I was born into this.
Brian, what are the signs of a brain aneurysm?
This isn't the sign of an aneurysm. I'm worried that Merle actually is suffering.
Oh, no. For me, I think I'm having one right now.
So when you're born into a cult, and the most famous people in Australia and talented people in Australia come to that cult, and I was born into that cult, what are you going to do now when I can tell this story, show the whole Australian story? What are you going to do then?
Tell us the whole story.
You're mentally ready.
No, you're not going to say that.
Tell us the story of Australia, Merle.
Well, we're saying it now. Why would we change?
So, post-war Australia is a social experiment.
We don't know where we are.
I have no idea what
People on
he
the
was about. I
internet
don't
say
know.
Australia doesn't
Who the
even
fuck?
exist. The rest of the world
Mostly flat
has
earthers.
no idea what this place even is. It's a myth, and that's part of the way I'm going to tell it. And Flat
is this
Earth helped me
place?
realise
Have you
that. But
gotten to the end of
Australia's a
the?
myth.
Have you gotten to the end of the story about your celebrity friends?
Well, what do you want to
Or
know?
did I miss something?
Who's the most famous person you know, Angela? I'll tell you the most famous person I know.
Oh God, the list is longer than my arm.
So who's the
Well,
most
name
powerful person
What
in the
would you
world you
consider
know?
the most powerful person I've ever met in my
And
life?
are you
Bill
still in
Clinton.
contact with them, or did you just get their autograph?
Gem Panda.
Right, so do you have contact to anyone powerful and swaggering huge amounts of wealth and power on the earth right now?
Gem
I
Panda.
ran into David Cameron in a coffee shop in Afghanistan. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Did you get his phone number?
I interviewed Alexander Haig in 1988.
Did you mop his floor for him, Larry?
What?
He talked to Jesus
Speaking of
when he was
espresso,
14.
Yeah, if you didn't clean his
smoothie
toilet,
from?
you're not in the know.
Hey Sarah, just get my
No, if
friend an
you don't
espresso.
stay linked
Das
to any of
geordnet
them,
wordt lemon twist.
they're
We
just
don't
someone
know
you
where
met
we
once.
are.
It's no bother.
We don't know where
It
we
doesn't even
are.
matter if they're
No,
famous.
don't
It's
be
just someone you met
stupid.
at a party or when you went outside one day. You could meet anyone
Would
when you
seeing
go
them
outside.
naked count as knowing them intimately?
No, that's not knowing someone intimately, seeing them naked.
Only if you looked in their butthole.
You can know nothing about someone and they could be standing in the nude. It doesn't tell you anything about them.
Well, it tells you quite a bit.
Does it not tell you some basic things though?
It just tells you what their body looks like on the
Yeah.
surface. You can't
We
see
don't
any
know.
of the organs, what shape the
You're
organs
manic
are
right
in.
now, Merle. This is not
No,
good for you.
you're manic.
It's
I'm
not
telling a
helpful.
story.
Merle, who
It's
do you
not
know
Why are
that's
you
healthy.
saying
famous
I'm
and
manic?
powerful?
Now I'm
You should
pulling the
honestly
drink.
go
Now I'm
see
pulling their food.
an
Now
urgent
their
care
food,
doctor or an ER doctor.
No, Merle.
their food supply will be
You
cut
asked me.
now.
You asked me who I knew was
Merle,
famous.
you're
I'm
really
asking
starting to
you
worry
now.
me, bud.
Who do you
This
know
has been
that
a
was
long
famous?
time for this episode to
It's
be going
hard
on.
for you guys to realize
And
that I
powerful.
If he
know
hasn't
famous
already
people.
worried you, something's wrong.
Why does me knowing famous people worry you?
No, it's not the fact that you know people. It's the way you're acting. This is a really bizarre, tangential set of things that have been
How am
going
I
on.
acting?
Bizarre for
Explain
who?
how I'm acting. Go
Yeah,
on.
I'm
bizarre
confused.
for who?
Okay,
Explain how I'm acting, you fake interference pattern running shill agent doctor, fake doctor.
Yeah,
Let's
how
see
bizarre.
what
Figured.
weird behavior I'm
Hey, that
displaying.
was the wrong person.
okay, so it is.
No,
It
Grim
seems a
V
little-
is here, and Grim V and me now have the scopes locked on Brian.
Well, I'd rather hear about
I
Jim's
see.
yellow
Okay.
couch. I've never seen one. I'd rather talk about that.
Oh, well,
I
I've
So
wanna
only got
these
know-
one
guys were
then, yeah.
trying to gaslight me just then and
Can we
run
get a picture?
interference, right?
But
Yeah,
Jim's
You
got a
guys
yellow
tried
couch.
to make out that I was just having an episode in a mental patient's diary entry, right? That's what you guys are just running then.
Well, that's what it feels like, Merle.
No, you guys have tried to make out that I'm mental for years, right?
Right, but
Merle, you're
Because you
dealing with
are.
at the
people who are
moment, it
so
really
So,
does
boring.
feel
I've
that
got
way.
you all
Never
on
really
tape
happened for
saying
some
that
of these
now.
guys. Merle.
Okay,
Thanks.
well, Merle, can
You
I ask
see
you?
that,
You,
So it's
saying
really
that,
hard
we've
to
got you
believe.
all on tape
I've got
saying
you on
that now.
tape saying that
Yeah,
too.
that's,
So
but
now you've
that's what makes you mental. Saying
Oh,
things
that
like
he's
that,
louder and
that
screaming
makes you
over you.
mental.
Oh, that's you doing it to him. Sorry.
Merle,
Jim, quit
you
talking
asked me
under
who I
everybody.
knew that was
So
famous.
it's a mental
I'm
illness
confused. Who do you
program
know
for
that's
flat
powerful and
earthers.
famous?
Is that what this is? Is this a mental illness program for flat earthers to come to and be
No, it
assessed?
isn't. No,
You
no.
sure?
Obviously
You
not.
sure
Yes,
it's not
I'm
just to get
absolutely
content
sure.
on
I'm
people
absolutely
and
sure
then make
because
out
it's
that they're
completely voluntary. So that wouldn't work at all, would it? And there's no aspect of it that is anything to do with a mental program. But you are behaving very, very weirdly. You're rambling on and on and on. You're telling us about irrelevant things. There doesn't seem to
Well,
be
I'm
any
enjoying it,
reason.
dude. I don't know
what...
where you're coming from. You're just
Grim,
being
I'm
hateful.
talking.
Yeah, but spitefully.
There doesn't seem to be any reason why you're speaking. You're just saying stuff, seemingly for the sake of saying it. There's no point. It's not going anywhere, Merle. What point are you trying to make by telling us all this stuff?
Well, there's no argument to be had anymore. Everybody doesn't agree with what I'm saying, and all I now can do is tell my own story, my
But
true
why are you
story.
telling your own story? Why do you think
Because
we
that's
want?
all that's left to tell. You know what
Okay,
I
well,
think.
no,
You know
thank you.
why I
Okay,
think what
hang
I
on,
think.
stop. Listen, no, thank you. Okay.
Wow. I'll take it. Go ahead and tell me, Merle.
Well, tell
So,
me in another
Grim,
channel.
I was
Grim,
quite enjoying it until
I've
all these
been out
fucking
here.
assholes. You guys are so hateful and spiteful and weird, and you're
Be
calling him
hateful.
weird?
I'm just sick of listening
Oh,
to
I
this
was
nonsense.
talking. Fucking
Not being
panda.
hateful
I mean,
or
panda.
spiteful. This is annoying.
Mm-mm. This is the truth right here, Jem. You
But
got
why are
handed the
you telling us
microphone.
it?
Jem, you got handed the microphone by Branch, and now you run the narrative, and that's going to stop.
Okay, but why are you telling us this story? Why?
Because you censor people all around the internet, and you're
Okay,
having the
but-
mic
okay,
taken
but-
from you.
Okay, I censor people all around the internet. Complete and utter bullshit. Another wasting our time saying just nonsense, not true in any way, not even slightly true, but just keep rambling out the bullshit, Merle. Why are you saying these things? What for?
You're having the mic taken from you. If you mute me again, you're being recorded.
Merle, I broadcast this on the internet. Again, that's weird. It's weird when you say you're being recorded. It's weird when you share your desktop and you've got a list of insults for me and you're taking notes on what I've said. That's weird. That's mentally ill. That's the mental behavior that we're talking about. We're not making you out to be mental. That's mental. Doing that. Mental.
So you're recording the stream right now. Everybody in this room does this, and you make money off it. Not me, you.
Exactly. And it's not mental. That's what's mental.
You're mental. You're insane, vile, decrepit, lunatic, known.
Can't help himself from
Assessed.
screaming at you either, like some sort of a fucking retard.
You are
Merle,
insane.
Merle can't choose to turn this off, Jem.
You are insane, Jem. I can turn it off any time.
Jem's the
Just stop
insane one.
talking.
And the doctors, they're all being recorded. They've run a mental illness program on me for years.
Oh,
they're
no.
coming.
What are you going to do with the recordings, Merle?
I'll
Give 'em to
expose
Barry
you and go to the
Humphries.
police.
What?
Hey, wait a
I'll
minute,
expose you and go to the police.
Good luck getting me extradited to wherever the fuck
Oh, well,
you live.
I hope you're going to present them with what was it? A death threat we had last time you were in
Come
here.
to England. I'll come
Yeah.
to England and bring.
Attempts
you
to dox
already deemed
people,
him to be
that's against
psychotic and
Australian
everything.
law. Making death threats to people, that's against Australian law. So go ahead, report yourself, dickhead.
Don't worry, you've already been reported. You're on international file.
Oh, I'm sure I
Yeah,
am.
but
though.
like
You
said,
see,
Merle-
again,
Merle
you
is
see,
like,
when you say
mentally
things
unstable,
like
so he'll
that,
get off.
that's mental.
You're
On
on
international
international
file, is that
file
just,
for thought crimes
plug-in
against
for
humanity.
YouTube?
Which
And you-
international file
And
are we
you,
talking about?
you as a fucking out of work guitarist, come car washer, you know about who's on the international files, do you? This is mental.
See the
Merle.
narrative they run. Jem, don't talk over the top. I'm not an out of work anything. I've never been out of work. You better be careful.
Oh no, God
Defamation.
forbid. Who are these
That's
organizations that
defamation
you're
of
reporting
character.
to?
Jam, watch
That's
out for interpol.
defamation, Jem. That's
Watch out
another
for
lie
Interpol.
you've told about me.
What are you going to do? Are you going to?
How
He's
many
gonna sue you
lies
for
do you tell
$83.3
daily?
When was your last paying job? When was your last paying job as a guitarist?
How many lies do you tell daily? What's your quota?
Well, let's see if it's a lie, shall we? When was your last paying job as a guitarist?
What difference
Right.
does it make?
Well, it means it makes the difference of whether you're an out of work guitarist or not, doesn't it?
No, I'm not out of work.
Okay, when was the last time you had a paying job as a guitarist?
What difference does it make?
It tells us whether you're actually a guitarist or whether
So
you're an
what
out of
difference
work
does it
guitarist.
make? Nothing.
It tells
Right.
us,
So what
I'm
have you
telling
got
you,
now?
listen,
How many
listen,
lies do you
listen,
tell?
What? Listen, here's the answer to the question, what difference does it make? The difference it makes is it tests your claim that you are not an out-of-work guitarist, doesn't it? That's the difference it makes.
No, he said he's never been out of work. And then you made it to being a guitarist only.
No, what I said was he was an
Right
out
there.
of
I don't know
work
why you're yelling at
guitarist.
me, you bitch
No,
ass nigga. You don't need to be yelling.
no. What
Nope,
I
that
said
works.
was
Skip
he
answer.
was an out of work guitarist and a car washer. That's what I said. I haven't made it anything different. I said he was an out of work guitarist. And don't use
Which
that
is a
word in
lie.
here, you
Which is a
dickhead.
lie. You don't know anything about me.
Okay, let's see. When was the last time you had a paying job for playing the guitar?
What do you know about me?
I'm asking you.
We know
I'm
you can play
asking
three
you. What do you
strings.
know about me?
I know
as a
you're an out of
person?
work.
You play
Okay,
three
well, I know
strings.
you're an
Literally
out of work
blocking you.
guitarist. How about that?
What
He's
do you know
literally
about
blocking
me?
you,
as a person?
Chem.
Nothing. Right?
You know 3 chords. You know 3 chords on the guitar.
So what do I know about you? Absolutely nothing
What do
other
you
than
know
your
about
name's
washing
Gem
cars?
But you
Panda.
know him very
can play at
well.
least
So
400
other than your
songs
name being
in 3
Gem
chords.
Panda, you're just a voice on a microphone.
Shut up, Grim.
Oh, right.
Nobody wants
Okay,
to hear from
Merl.
another bitch.
It's the truth, though. You know that.
You're a voice on a microphone, and
What I need from you, Merl, is either you have a choice. You can either shut up or you can be more interesting. Take your pick.
Or you can
Well,
shove it in a little deeper, Merle.
when people know that you're gonna have your mic taken, it's on, bro.
All
What is
right,
this?
Merl. Is this what we want to do? Is this really what you want to
You
do?
want to pretend the
You want
globe's real?
You want to come in here and tell me and threaten me with my mic being gone because I'm on
You get
international
that upset
list.
about it, though.
This
You
is
do
what
that
you
shit all
want
the
to
time.
spend your time doing in here, saying this stupid shit in front of other adults, making a complete tit of yourself.
No, we're just enjoying
Shut
the
up,
fact that
Grim.
you act
Well,
like
we
a
all
really
come
mad,
to this
angry
room
child.
every day to listen to your retarded bullshit. You're going to listen to some of ours. That's the deal.
Oh, really, Merle?
If you shut us down, your room gets
Oh,
Bye,
dear, you just
Merle.
got muted. How did that work out for you? It doesn't, does
He
it?
made you mute him. You know that, right? You dog. Good
Yeah,
jump.
you
Shut
can't
up.
stop
Shut up,
this,
Grim.
Jim. If you shut down truth, people will leave.
This
Okay,
is a
well, you
shit-
I
need
don't
to make
know.
the truth more interesting. I
The
don't
liars will
care.
stay.
Look,
You'll just all be a liar.
I don't care who your
Mania.
granny worked for. I don't care who you think was a good comedian in the 1970s. I don't care if you went to the same school as someone, I don't know, 20 years before they did. I don't care about any of those things unless you can tell me some point to telling us those things.
That's right, Merle. And he speaks for the cult, okay?
Yeah. You are the
Shut
cult.
up, you
You
idiot.
are the
retard.
choir of liars.
It's
You've
true,
been
though. It's
exposed.
true.
You
don't
are
gotta
the
be a bitch
choir
about
of
it.
liars.
Own it.
Jim, this is what mania looks like. He is
Right.
actively sick right now.
See?
Yeah,
So
Having
get
him
that
help,
engaged
Merle.
like
doctor,
this is not
who's that
helping him.
voice? Who's that voice talking? Think about
That
who
is
that
what
voice
mania
could be.
looks like.
It could
It
be
is.
anyone.
Even you recognize he's
Bullshit.
acting bizarre.
It is
Bizarre
what mania
how?
looks
By
like.
whose
Oh,
Not
you're not
standards?
safe
talking
for
about
You
him.
music
It
sound
should not be
scared, bro.
encouraged for him to keep
You
doing
sound
this.
shook.
Right,
Pete Shea's
okay.
allowed to
I
come
knew
in
we'd
here
get-
though
I knew we were
forever
gonna
and
get to
talk the
this
maddest
point.
shit there is.
We really have run the course.
As long as they're talking madness, let it roll.
That's right.
As soon as they start making sense, shut it down.
You're not making sense, Merle. That's the issue. If you made
That's
sense,
you
don't
guys.
make any sense. You just
Oh,
stop having
Gem,
fun.
he's growling. He's growling again, Gem.
That's you guys.
thing-
It's easy. I'm just acting like them. They're actors. I was the lead role in the
It's a very
school play.
boring act.
Lead
It's
role
a
in the
very
school
boring
play.
act, and I'm bored of listening to it.
Lead
See
role.
you
I'm the best
later.
larper here. Game over, Jam.
I'm curious as to which comedian he seems to think is funny in the 70s.
Oh, so
I
someone
really
is
don't.
curious,
Good
Jim.
actors. You're
I
not
guess
even
you're wrong,
good at
Jim.
it.
Someone is
Just
curious.
the name of him. I want to know who he thinks is
Somebody
funny.
kick Angelo in the nuts hard for me, please.
High five, Angelo. Seriously.
Oh no! If Grimm's going along with this, no, I want out of it. Forget I said anything.
Too late
Yeah,
now.
taking it
shut
back.
up, Grim.
Black, no
Grim
trade
wants to get
back.
kicked to the nuts with you for some reason. I don't get it.
Hey Rob, the Lions lost.
That's what nobody gives a fuck about.
Dude, he only watched the first half. Why are you breaking it to him?
We don't know where we are. We don't know where we are.
I should do that song.
So in the 70s, a good comedian. There's so many to choose from.
See, at the time, to stand there in Australia in a dress and not be gay and be impersonating the Queen on mainstream every channel. Like that's Australia is a big place, and he was dressing and doing things like no one else was. And my grandma and me and my dad and my auntie
Fuck, I cannot tell you
were
how
in
little
on
I
it.
care about this.
Merle,
And you guys
I
don't
did a
like that
parody of your
because
La
I've
Di
been
Da Di
part
Da
of the
song.
culture, seeing it unfold, seeing people play with homosexuality and
think it was
intense, rigid racism, insecurity of the white man coming onto spiritual land and killing people to
What are you
pretend
on about
to be part
now?
of that culture.
I don't know.
And
Something
then
to do with the
they
Aborigines, I
set up
We
think.
were
camp
talking
on
about Barry
stolen
Humphries a
land
minute ago. Now we're on
and then
about
install their own
white
fake
people
culture on
coming on to
top.
kill people. What the hell are you talking about?
That's Australia. It's spilt blood on lies. That's Australia.
Well, that's every country. Anyway, your song, La Di Da Di Dum, the one that it was up on YouTube. I listened to it the other day. It was great, and I made a parody out of it. I just want you to know I'm making money off of you.
That's good.
Angela, why are
You will in the future too. There's a lot of
So
money
why
to
don't
be
you
made off
actually
me.
thank him instead of being a fucking antagonistic
I
prick
just
about it?
thanked him. Were you fucking deaf?
Merle, wait, Grim, are you actually going to tell somebody that they're being antagonistic? Fuck you.
I know.
Oh yeah, I love being antagonistic to antagonistic people.
You're a wanker.
Anyway,
Enjoy it.
Grim knows the game. Grim knows the game well.
Grim's a fucking idiot.
But does he know where we are?
Of course he does. He's on Earth, alive, and he knows he's not going to die.
No one knows where we are.
Such a strange.
how
And when
come
you
I
know you're
can't
not
see
going to
Australia
die,
from my
then this
house?
becomes fun. This becomes fun then, when you know you're not going to die.
Exactly.
You just got to hold the liars accountable. That's all you have
Man,
to
if
do.
I
And tell the
laugh
truth.
anymore, I
That's the deal.
might actually die. I could die of a heart attack if I laugh anymore tonight.
Merle, if I
Yeah,
get a
your
super
body will
powerful
die.
telescope, can I see your house from my house?
Yeah, but Rob, I
You can
already know
see
you
anyone's
agree with
house.
a lot of it. You just don't want to join in.
I'm just
We're all
laughing
in
my
it
ass off.
together,
This is
Angelo.
funny
You
shit,
know,
dude.
in the end,
Yeah, I
all
know.
the enemies and the villains, they all stand alongside each other, and we all get judged at the end of this. We all do.
How do you know that, though, Merle? How do you know that, Merle? How do you
Because
fucking know
some of
that?
us have already been there.
No,
I
you
kind of
haven't, you
hope we do.
psychopath.
I mean,
You don't know, Rob.
I'm not
Just
religious or
trust.
anything, but I kind of hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, you just got to trust.
You're in
Some
luck,
things are just
because
bigger
you're
than all
always
of
I
us.
wrong.
hope I'm wrong. I hope we do get judged. I hope there is something at the end of it, because a lot of you fucking people, not you guys particularly, but it just, out here in the world, are getting away with a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah, they do. Every day, a crime is committed on Earth. Every day.
At least
Oh.
one.
Every
At
day,
least one.
every day, Jen Panda tells 28 lies on Discord. I
Yeah,
counted
and you
them.
got to count them all because you might be held
It was
accountable
20.
for each
It was
one.
28 today. He told 28 of them.
Yeah, but if he holds himself accountable, he gets a pass. So that's why
He
we're
can't.
bringing
He's
it to his
untouchable. He's
attention.
untouchable. He has the golden mic. No
He's
one can
got a
take it.
pass if he comes
This
and he
is it.
acknowledges that he lied while he was on Earth because he didn't have the full coherency and understanding. No,
He's
none of us
special.
did.
Fuck off,
He's-
you judgmental twat.
And you got to start all
None of us
over.
had
Who
all
the
the
fuck do you think you
information, Jam.
are? What, because you spent a couple of hours in Geos? You've got God now, have you?
You come back.
Fuck
What if
off.
it's true that God is real and we all get judged?
You said you are God.
No, I
Then I've
didn't.
got shit to worry about, but not as
Yes,
much as
you did.
the average
I'm
asshole.
not God. I'm from God.
And that we all had to go through you, or we couldn't go on to the next
No,
part.
I've just
Oh, you
decided
mean
to not
Atomic
lie
Law?
anymore. I just can't lie anymore. I won't. I refuse.
That's a
God,
lie.
dude,
I'm just
good
playing.
at it.
I just refuse to lie. Like, I got
Are
to
you
tell
sure?
the
Are
truth from
you
where
sure
I
that's
see
a
it.
step you want to take, Merle, as a flat earther?
I don't believe in flat Earth. I think
Yeah,
flat
you
Earth's a
just lied
meme.
right there.
I think if anything, it's probably some concave alien shit. If I'm really being honest, but I'm not going to take that
Whatever
position
you
because I
call
don't
it
need
this
to take
week,
a
you
position
know what I
on that.
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you've taken a position.
I
was
just think
having-
the concavers are more intelligent than the flat earthers. I do. I think there are more levels of advanced thinking because you need it to tackle
I like the Hollow
concave.
Earth. The Hollow Earth guys.
Flat
Flat
Earth
at
is
least
quite an
pretend
easy
to go off
concept.
what they can
all in
see.
all.
Concavers have to believe in a rickety wooden contraption built by some guys and never repeated.
Oh my God, you believe in the solar model, dude? It's even stupider.
You believe in the same shape model.
Not the shape, yeah, but not the solar model. Like, if
Well, we're just talking about the shape.
The shape of what? The surface of the land and the water?
The things we can
Is that what you're
observe.
talking about? Or the undulations under it all the way to the bottom of the base of whatever fucking layer
The
we're
things
in?
we can observe.
All right. Well, like soil ends, then it becomes rock, right? And then there's oil. There's all density gradient all the way from the bottom, compacted, all the way to the top into the air and beyond. So it doesn't end. It's a
hey,
full
Merle.
spectrum.